So today's video is on the developing case of CNN blackmail. And for those of you who have or have not seen the hashtag CNN blackmail, what this is all about, and it's being reported in many other news stations, is that President Trump tweeted out a satire video of him tackling Vince McMahon. But somebody, a fan of Trump's, put CNN's logo over Vince McMahon's head. So it's basically CNN being tackled by President Trump. And they're trying to blow this out of proportion and say that Trump is inciting violence and that he needs to have a psychological assessment done. And that's being pushed through the Democrats. They want to make sure that he's viewed as unfit for office because he's mentally unstable. Well, in the process, to stop Trump supporters, to stop people that are enthusiastic and make these kind of things, these memes, these jokes, these satires, they hunted down who CNN believed, and possibly wrongly believed, was the original creator of the GIF of Vince McMahon with CNN's logo superimposed over his head being tackled by Donald Trump. And they basically ran a mafia job on him. They said, you're going to do what we say and you're going to act real good and you're going to apologize for what you did and never do it again and delete everything you've ever done. Or we're going to release your information to the public. Now, if you want to read it verbatim, I'll read it verbatim. CNN is not publishing Han Asshole Solo's name because he's a private citizen who has issued an extensive statement of apology, showed his remorse by saying he has taken down all his offending posts, and because he has said he is not going to repeat this ugly behavior on social media again. In addition, he said his statement could serve as an example to others not to do the same. CNN reserves the right to publish identity should any of this change. So unless he follows their assigned code of conduct, they're going to make certain that everybody knows where he is, who he is, where he lives, and, well, we've all seen how violent Antifa can be. This person's probably going to face some violence in their daily life. So before I list off all the laws that CNN might have broken, and just by name, I'm not going to put all the statutes in, that's for lawyers. I'm going to read this in a different way. As if you, out there, who may have made a joke that says CNN sucks or CNN's lying, many of us have done it, because CNN is a joke and CNN is lying. So here it is if they contacted you. CNN is not publishing your name because you are a private citizen who has issued an extensive statement of apology, showed your remorse by saying you have taken down all of your offending posts, and because you said you are not going to repeat this ugly behavior on social media again. In addition, you said your statement could serve as an example to others not to do the same. CNN reserves the right to publish your identity should any of that change. This is a threat. There's nothing but a threat. As long as you point it at yourself, which is what Han Asshole Solo's looking at, it's undeniably a threat. You might just think that it's pointed at someone else, so it's not threatening. No, this is anybody that makes any joke about CNN. They are on their deathbed. So, before we get to the delightful and wonderful point that they might be threatening this individual wrongfully because they might not actually be the source, they took, a private citizen, and made them toe the line of what CNN found to be acceptable behavior. And it's rumored that this person could be a kid, even. So CNN is probably guilty of, or I would say guilty of, in my opinion, harassment of the first degree, extortion, possibly endangering the welfare of a child, that's felony, coercion, and stalking. And if those charges aren't brought up against CNN, then expect them to continue to try to get away with this. Expect them to continue this path of behavior if they aren't completely and totally ripped apart by this. President Trump earlier said that while he was still in the running, and I think he even said it after the running, but most popularly before the running, if this is what the mainstream media can do to me, and I have an army of lawyers, unlimited resources, if this is what the mainstream media can do to me, imagine what they can do to you. And that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing a private citizen that made a joke that was then tweeted out by the president. So the president laughed at your joke. You made a joke, it was funny, and the leader of the nation agreed with you. And because of that, CNN wants to make your information public so that you can be snuffed out and so that people like you will be silenced because they don't want their identities revealed. They don't want to get fired. They don't want to get attacked. They don't want to get kicked out of their house. They don't want to get divorced. They don't want the state to take legal action on them because they made a joke about CNN. Now, with any criminal organization, again, if they're just let off the handle, if this doesn't bring anything down to them, then they're going to continue and accelerate this behavior. If you are a bank robber and you rob a bank and you get away with it, you're more likely to continue robbing banks. If you rob 3 banks and you've gotten away each time, that's your career now. That's what you like to do, and that's what you know you can get away with. This is CNN attacking an American citizen, and possibly wrongfully. He might not even be the original source. He just took credit. How do we handle this? Well, through dilution, very easily. We're seeing it happen already. I'm behind the ball here, but more anti-CNN memes have been made in the past day and a half than perhaps in all of previous history, and there have been a lot. So find something funny, slap CNN's name on it, make a joke out of them. They, and I don't want this to be class warfare, but they are living lives of luxury. Even if they stepped out and retired right now, they're going to live lives of luxury beyond what most of you can imagine. And it's not that they have more money, so they're the enemy. It's not that they live in luxury for the enemy. It's that these are the rewards that they have been given to attack a country and its citizens. These are rewards that they have earned by sabotaging America and pulling an intimidation game against the American citizen. So those rewards are wrongfully earned.